Hello, financial coaches. This is Erica with your guide on completing the application for Austin Energy Utility Assistance. You and the client will fill this out on paper, but for the purposes of this video, I will be typing into this application. So we start with just the basic information, the client's name. Let's pretend this is Mary Smith that we're helping today. Today's date is November 11th. And for financial coach, we ask that you put your own name. So today I will put in there my name. The outstanding bill debt. Mary currently owes $300 on her Austin Energy bill, and she really needs the assistance with the entire bill, so we're going to put $300 here. It is also under the $500 maximum for any one resident. The next question has the applicant received Austin Energy Utility Assistance from any other organization in the last 12 months? This question is because Austin Energy puts limits on the amount of assistance that any one person can receive over 12 months. So in this case, Mary has not received assistance from any other organization, but if she had, we would put the name of the organization here and how much assistance was received here. Next, we have an eligibility checklist just to make sure that Mary does qualify for this assistance. She is a resident of the following foundation communities property. So we're going to say, yes, she is a resident, and the property is Sierra Ridge. She is requesting assistance with non-deposit charges. She just has an overdue bill. She is not a Foundation Communities employee. She has not been assisted by Foundation Communities utility assistance in the last 12 months, and she has not been charged with meter tampering fees in the last 12 months. For all of these, we basically just need to ask the applicant all of these questions. We will verify the residents at Foundation Communities, and Austin Energy will verify the meter tampering and assistance from the program in the past. The next section is about the Customer Assistance Discount Program. We want to make sure that all of our residents have access to the discount program if they qualify. Now, most residents won't have to do anything, but some of them will, and this will help you just determine if they need to apply or not. So the first question is whether the applicant is already enrolled in CADP. You can tell this on the back of their Austin Energy bill. It will have discounted some of the fees that are listed on the back of the bill. So no need to do anything here. We'll just say yes, and we'll stop here. The next question, does the applicant or someone in their household receive SNAP, Medicaid, or CHIP? And if the answer is yes, again, we need to stop here because they are being auto-enrolled or are on a wait list to be auto-enrolled in CADP. And then finally, if the applicant or someone in their household receives any of the following services, which are telephone lifeline, Travis County Energy Assistance Program, Medical Assistance Program, or Supplemental Security Income, then we do need to submit a CADP application, and that can be found on the volunteer resource page. Now, keep in mind that this is only if the applicant receives one of these services down here, but does not receive SNAP, Medicaid, or CHIP. So we'll go on to the next section here. And this asks you to give some more detail about the request. And the first question is to describe the reason. In this case, Mary was laid off last month, and she hasn't been able to find another job. That has left her without a paycheck in 4 weeks. She has 3 children, and her electricity has already been shut off. The next question is, what community resources has the client accessed or been referred to? And, they can just tell you what they've tried, what they've done, what they've applied for, but this is also a great place for you to recommend any resources that you know of that might be helpful for the participant. So in this case, Mary, she is filing for unemployment. She has an appointment at Texas Workforce in 2 weeks. She is on the wait list to receive assistance from Travis County. And she has also been trying to schedule an appointment for assistance from Caritas, but has not been successful. She has been utilizing the food pantry at her church and even borrowed some money from relatives to pay her rent. You don't need to know all of these resources that they may have accessed, but just as they tell you about them, just go ahead and jot them down. The next question is, how will this client regain financial stability? Well, Mary has been submitting applications at several restaurants. She will continue to apply and, take whatever work she can get. And if schedules allow, she will take more than one job. And she will take as many hours as are offered to her in order to catch up with everything that she's gotten behind on. And the next section here asks, how will assistance funds be used to resolve this debt? Well, the first option is that assistance funds will be used to pay off the entire debt. And in this case, that's the kind of assistance that Mary needs, so we're going to check that. But the other options are, first of all, that assistance funds will be used to pay a portion of the debt, and the applicant has set up a payment agreement for the remainder of the debt. This might be necessary if the debt is over $500. They may need to, come up with some kind of a payment plan for the remainder. And then the final option is that assistance funds plus additional funds contributed by the applicant would be used to pay the entire debt. And this would be, if the bill is, say, $600, then we would be able to provide the first $500 and the participant would pay the additional $100. Now, finally, the required documents to be submitted along with this application would be, first of all, a detailed monthly budget. You can use any of the ones on our volunteer resource page, and a copy of the resident's Austin Energy bill, all of the pages. So now we go on to the second portion of the application, which is the release of customer information authorization form. This is what tells Austin Energy that we have authorization to talk to them about this participant's account. This is very important just in case something gets tripped up in the process of requesting these funds, that we can call Austin Energy, talk to someone, and figure out what's going on and how to resolve it. So we start with the applicant's name. Then we go down here a little bit. Foundation Communities information has already been listed here for you, so you don't have to worry about that. The scope of access, this is where the participant can tell Austin Energy how much information we can have or how much access we can have. We ask that the participant give us full access. And if they really don't feel comfortable with that, they can provide us with limited access and then check as many of these check boxes here that they feel comfortable with. But really, the more access they give us, the better we can help them in case some issue comes up. The next section is this authorization is valid for. This allows the participant to give us sort of a time limit on how long we have access. We ask for a 1-year period. So we ask the participant to initial there, but they may, again, they may not be comfortable with that. If they really don't feel like they want to give us a year, then they could certainly do the date-specific authorization, but the one-time only authorization may not be enough for us to address any issue that might come up for their account. And then on the second page of this authorization, we have filled out the first part. Again, we've provided Foundation Community's email and phone number for them to provide information to us at. And the last thing that the participant needs to do is fill in their information here. So let's pretend that this is Mary Smith signing this. Again, today's date. And she prints her name exactly the way that she signs it. And let's say that we're going to put in Mary's social security number. And as long as you put in one number, you don't need to put in all of the rest of the numbers. So it's just 1. The utility service address, she lives at the Community Financial Center. And her account number, we'll put it here. And her phone number. And that is it. You are now done with the application for utility assistance. Now what you need to do is give this complete application a copy of the budget and a copy of the participant's utility bill to the greeter on staff, and we will take care of making sure that request gets turned into Austin Energy and processed. Thank you so much for helping us provide this valuable assistance to Foundation Communities residents.